Yeah.
It's so good. Even if that's all you do. Oh, she got herself. Man down. In your pocket? I'm going to scream.
Wait.
Get out. That's so amazing. I love it. I love this. My heart is singing. My heart is singing. I couldn't be happier. Close the top.
Is that like a thing you should do or not?
Oh, no.
I feel like I saw my mom do that in the 90s. In a...
Oh, no. Hey guys, today I'm joined by my friend Misty Copeland, who I've known for over 20 years. She's a principal dancer, history maker, and all-around icon. She's graced stages around the world, shattered barriers, and written best-selling books. I mean, what can't she do? She's been on the big screen, and she's inspired millions along the way. But let's see how she handles mascara in New York City traffic. Stay tuned and find out. We're talking dance, dreams, and behind-the-scenes secrets on Backseat Beauties.
Hi, boo-boo.
Hey, honey. Mwah. Oh, mwah. Thank you for coming today.
My gosh, I'm so excited.
I am so happy to have you as my guest on Backseat Beauties.
Thank you.
This is for you.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure. Tell the people what you want to learn.
I have so much to learn. So I'm really excited to do this because I'm terrible with like natural everyday makeup. Like I'm so
It's
bad.
not easy. It's so funny because when I learned how to do makeup, I would practice on myself, but it's harder to do it on yourself than it is to do it on someone else.
Yeah.
Because we have all these hang-ups with our own face and our own bodies and all that stuff. And so it's so interesting to apply it on yourself and try to like hang all that up.
It's easier for me to do stage makeup and be over the top and transform into someone else. But when I'm like in my everyday life and I have to just look like me, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
So let's jump in. First, I'm going to give you the Paula's Choice lip balm.
Yes.
And then after you're done with that, I'm going to have you mist with the Vichy
Ooh.
mist.
Is this something I should be doing on a daily, or is this?
I do love it.
Okay.
I do love it. I like, especially right now, it's like change of weather in New York, like there's a lot of dryness. And I just feel like I want to moisturize and mist. And, you know, I don't like to weigh down the skin too much.
Yes.
And
yes.
so the mist is
you're
like
the
perfect.
queen of natural glow.
Thank you.
Okay. So just mist. Okay.
Yeah. You got
Ooh.
it. Who is your beauty icon and why?
I have like many sides, as everyone has many sides to themselves, but I feel as a performer and then as myself, as Misty and all the other things I am as Misty, I feel like I have like different types of beauty icons.
Yeah.
So I would say Danielle Luna, who's a model in the 60s, Black woman, like the way that she looked in her makeup. I feel like that's more of who I am when I'm not on the stage.
Yeah.
And I guess I connect with Danielle as like a stage performer. And again, like being a blank canvas as an artist and becoming a character. So it's more than one.
I'm giving you the Chanel Water Foundation.
This is what I use every day.
Nice.
This is my favorite.
So show the people what you do when you do it.
I literally just put it in my hands like face lotion.
And you
I
just-
rub it together and I literally just put it on. So we're mixing today. We're mixing the medium plus and the deep because I'm not just one color.
And your face has highs and lows too. So
Okay.
one pump of the deep
Okay.
and then one pump of the medium extra.
Okay.
Use that brush to mix them together.
Okay.
And then you're gonna start on your chin and your jawline. What have you learned about beauty/makeup from the ballet world?
I've learned how to transform, you know, the same way I've learned through my training, through the technique and learning to be an actress on stage. I mean, makeup plays such a big part in what I do as an artist on stage. I guess I've learned to be a different type of artist by knowing how to find what works for my face and the shape of my face and the things that I need to stand out and pop when you're, you know, in the back of the Metropolitan Opera House. Like, how can you still see me? So I've learned a lot from like other makeup artists, like within the field of how to apply
What are your favorite beauty products to use / buy for yourself?
This is probably like my favorite go-to, the Chanel. I love MAC Studio Fix.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a MAC eyebrow pencil.
So,
brows and
yeah.
lashes are like so important for me.
I mean, you have amazing brows and you have amazing lashes. So I think for me, whenever I've done your makeup, I try to play it up, but you can't go too far.
No.
Because it can go,
and I have a small face.
You have a small,
and my eyebrows are big. So if you go too much,
it takes over.
It takes over.
It's less, and it's like, the look is wearing you, and I think that's you have a careful balance when you're working with a client. It needs to still be them, but it's like a version of themselves, you know? So why I love this subtle brow BFF pencil, and this is a new pencil, is you have the mechanical pencil on one side, and then if you twist it, you have your brow gel.
Oh, I didn't see that. What?
Yeah, I know. And it's funny because I never really show you.
Okay.
So then I'm going to go from the arch of your brow in.
So why do you comb it down?
So you can see the holes.
Okay.
Because you don't need help with creating a shape. You have the shape.
Yes.
You just need structure within that shape.
Oh my gosh. This is a big thing I've learned today. I'm always like combing it up and then,
And it's just that gives you the bones so then you can see your shape.
And what color is this?
This is medium brown. I like a medium tone because it's warm and it's subtle.
I agree.
So I'll leave it to you.
Amazing.
And so then you're going to take that brow gel and you're going to brush them up and set them. So what's a common misconception people have about ballet that you'd love to clear up?
I mean, there are so many negative tropes in ballet. You're going to end up with so much trauma because you're going to have a teacher who doesn't know how to stop kind of this cycle of abuse, which it's not that way in every dance studio. I grew up with a teacher who was really nurturing and incredible, and I think that's one of the reasons I fell in love with it. I think there's a lot of work to be done and changes that need to be made. I'm attempting to do that, like through the Misty Copeland Foundation and a program that we have that's offering free ballet classes to students in the Bronx and in Harlem. I mean, it's about changing that perception, and also that, you know, dance and ballet should be for everyone.
I'm going to give you Lumify.
Yes.
And we are going to put one drop in each eye before we start doing eyes and the rest of your skin.
And you've taught me this, and now I use Lumify. I'm like, ooh, girl, these eyes are red. And I'm like, I gotta. And so I'm very grateful for this little tip.
So we're gonna use a little bit of bronzer.
Okay.
And
this is the bronzer that I actually use. Okay, this is similar to the brush I use. So I'm
Get
not
out of
totally
here.
Terrible.
Oh my gosh, no. Well, I know you know the good stuff. We're gonna go right into there, and you're gonna take your brush, and we're gonna lay it down like that.
Okay.
And so when you do it on yourself, the part that you laid down, you see how I'm angling it? And we're gonna go. But we're gonna start high and then swoop up.
Okay.
So I'll let you do the other side.
You would be so disappointed seeing me in my dressing room like this.
Swirl it, honey, swirl it, swirl it. Show me how you get down. Oh, actually, I'm going to show you something that I do on you when we do on the red carpet. So I go right along your hairline as well, because you know if you're going to go to an event and if you're going to get photographed, I like to burn out around the hairline because when the flash hits you, it's going to be more flattering. And then one other thing that I do is I go right along your jawline. And the reason why, so this is a synthetic hairbrush, so you can use wet products with it. And the way it's bound really well, so it'll hold its shape. And it does all the work for you. What's your all-time favorite movie scene that involves dancing?
It's hard. It's hard. I mean, well, it's not that hard because there aren't that many. I mean, there's incredible old films, you know, from like the 30s and the 40s, but nowadays there just aren't enough. So my favorite, I would say, is The Red Shoes, which is an old film, and it's just like over the top and kind of spooky, but to have actors and actresses that were actual dancers and performers, so it's not like you have to get a body double, which they do a lot nowadays, you know. So I would say The Red Shoes.
And so you're gonna take the Rare Beauty blush, and what you're gonna do, take a look in the mirror, you're gonna dot it right there. You're going to tap it In my opinion, you wear blush so well. I'm gonna show you the highlight. So you're gonna take your Dibs highlighter and you're gonna, and that's a golden color.
Pretty.
And you can just blend out the edge. And there you
Pretty.
go. When people look back on your career someday, what do you hope will be the most enduring part of your legacy?
Clearly, you know, I've been given all of the opportunities that I have because I'm a ballet dancer,
Yeah.
you know, because of what I do on stage. But I feel like the legacy that I feel I will leave and I hope to leave is not really about the dancing that I've done on stage, and more so about the stories that I've shared of others who have come before me or will come after me. Like, to me, it's about creating a new type of ballet dynasty and legacy, which looks like a more diverse people.
We're gonna use the La Mercier caviar stick. What I'm gonna do, chin up and look into the mirror. We're gonna go back and forth along the lid, and we're going to create our shape, and then we're gonna use our brush and just diffuse it and go into the crease. And you can go and just sort of smudge it out, and it'll just give you
so pretty.
just a warm wash. And then once you're done with that, this is more of a taupe, but we're gonna just do a dot of it. Look forward in the mirror. We're gonna go. It's gonna give us a little bit of shape, kind of like where you would see like a winged eyeliner, but it's just gonna give you that sort of sexy eye, that fox eye, but without eyeliner. You've achieved a lot in your career thus far. What's still left on your bucket list?
No, you know, I feel I never think about like, oh, well, what's next and what am I gonna do next? It's like, what needs to be done, what needs to be accomplished in terms of what I'm passionate about. And of course, getting to this point in my career and being a principal dancer at American Ballet Theatre is so incredible, and it's given me this platform, but I'm passionate about how I can use my platform, and that's become being an activist for more diversity and inclusion in dance and in ballet specifically. And then that's kind of just evolved and led into the books that I write and sharing my story that way and sharing the stories of others who have come before me and allowed me to be in the position that I'm in. That's kind of gone into the Misty Copeland Foundation and then Life in Motion Productions.
So show the people the blush. That's from Laura Geller. So you're gonna tap the blush and go all around and then close the top.
Is that like a thing you should do or no?
Oh no!
I feel like I saw my mom do that in the 90s. And then,
If I did that when I was doing your makeup, you'd be like... So tap it. You see the particles sort of flying in.
yes, okay.
So now you're gonna go right on top and set it. Just one clean sweep.
Okay.
Did motherhood change your approach to beauty or work?
Yes. Motherhood has made me step back and just say, I do not need to do so much with my beauty regimen. Like with, you know what I mean? Like you prioritize very differently because you have less time and you have to focus on
Get it done.
this little human being that needs you and all of you all the time. And it's a good feeling. And it's like finding like a balance.
I think it's mascara.
Okay. I love to curl a lash.
You look like you're curled. Have you curled?
Wait a minute.
Do you have it in your pocket? I'm gonna scream.
Wait.
Get out! That's so amazing. I love it. I love this. My heart is singing. My heart is singing. I couldn't be happier. I'm bowing down in the car.
Because I feel like those are like, again, I'm not like a put on a lot of makeup person, natural, but if my lashes are curled and my brows are like brushed and tweezed, then I'm good.
And you're on the go. Can you do it?
I'm on the go. Oh yeah. I don't even need a mirror.
Do it.
I will. Okay. So this is me not looking in the mirror.
I'm gobsmacked.
And so, yeah.
This is the best thing I've ever. How did I not know this about you? Oh my God. You learn something new every day.
So this
mascara is, I love this mascara. It's from a brand that I adore. It's called Swede. Take out the brush. There's always extra mascara on the tip. One trick that I like to instill with my clients, I'm not going to do it on myself, but I'm going to show you.
Okay.
When you're doing your mascara, chin up and go this way. and dig it into the base of your lashes.
Oh. So you're using the tip at the base, but is that going all the way up? Or
No,
is
you can get in there and define it. And then you've seen like the falsies, right?
Yes,
so the
yes.
falsies that have the spikes, the stilettos,
yes.
you're kind of creating that effect,
Ah.
which I love. Now it's when it's tricky because we're
Yeah,
moving.
right. I'm like,
Oh gosh. You're gonna go vertically first.
Yes. Okay.
Let that dry for a second. Do it on the other side,
Okay.
and then
Got it. Okay. It has to
go
dry.
horizontally
Got it.
after that sets.
Okay.
So then you create depth and layers with
Got
your
it.
lash, just using one product.
Amazing. Already
Isn't
the
it?
difference from, yeah.
It's so good. Even if that's all you do. Oh, she got herself. Man down.
Even if that's
You do. Oh, she got herself. Man down.
Wait, I still have an eye.
Oh, God. Well, you have two, thank goodness.
Okay.
Phew. Ballet and high fashion are historically intertwined, which you unpack in your social media series, Fashion in Point. What is your favorite ballet fashion moment?
Yeah, I feel like this is not something that people really are aware of or acknowledge, just like the relationship between high fashion and classical ballet, like for generations and generations.
Sure.
So I would say that one of my like favorite like fashion moments on stage was Christian Lacroix, this beautiful, like exuberant, fun ballet called Gaieté Parisienne. And it's just, it's quintessential French can dancer vibe with like stripes and pinks and turquoises and beautiful, you know, hats and headdresses. And it was like such an honor to, you know, be able to wear, you know, the pieces. I'm all over the place.
Shout out to your stylist.
Oh yes, Kali
Killing
is
it.
incredible. I love her. But I love, you know, in my everyday life, like James Pearce and Veronica Beard. And I mean, of course, I love, you know, moments like Dolce and Gabbana and
Bravo.
Prabal. Yes, love. Versace as well. I wore a lot of Versace
sexy.
when I worked with Prince. That was more Prince than me, but he was very much a Versace and having those high fashion kind of rock and roll glamorous moments. And I remember having the conversations with him. I'm a ballerina. I'm not a rock star. Like being a ballerina doesn't define you and your fashion. Like you're a rock star when you're with me, you know, performing or whatever. So I was like, all right, Versace, let's go.
Tell me a little bit more about, you know, that relationship with Prince and how it was like to collaborate with an artist of that magnitude and what it did for your personal artistry.
First of all, him knowing who I was and following my career was wild. I found out actually after he passed that he'd been following my career since I was about 15 out in California. And we finally started working together when I was a soloist at American Ballet Theatre. He challenged me in ways that I wasn't being challenged in ballet. You know, you kind of practice the same movements over and over again, and there's not a lot of individual freedom. You know, a lot of the works that you're doing in the old classics like Swan Lake and the Nutcracker and Giselle, these are all old ballets, and you don't have the freedom to really make any real changes. And so I had no idea what it was to like improvise in the moment, and he got me really comfortable with that. He would throw me on stage and just say, oh, just do whatever, feel the music and perform. And I was like, this isn't what I do. I'm coached and told like where to look and where my pinky finger goes.
Yeah.
And so it really like pushed me as an artist and made me understand what it is to be an artist. So it was a beautiful like collaboration, like working with him over many years.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, let's move on to the next step. So, you're just gonna powder.
Okay.
And then you are going to lip.
Okay.
And that's it.
So I'm just like powdering everywhere.
You're just gonna powder your T-zone. Yeah.
Oh,
hold
just
on.
my teeth.
Just your T-zone.
I'm ready to like pop.
She's ready to go for it, honey. Listen. Last question. Your short film Flower was very well received. What is next on the horizon for your production company, Life in Motion?
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, Flower was our first film that we produced on our own, not collaborating with a big studio or other producers. And it was an art activism film that, you know, really highlighted community, Oakland, California, and what it was going through, and that you can use art as a means to fill in when words aren't enough. We have a bunch of stuff on our slate that's more commercial appeal, but everything's really connected to how do we kind of normalize what dance looks like on film and in media. So it's hard to give away like all the things that we're working on because they're still in development. But I would say that what I'm most excited about, just like in terms of the future for Life in Motion, for the Misty Copeland Foundation, and just my career in general, is just being able to excite a new generation and show them that this is what dance can look like, and it can be for everyone.
Is there a moment with a fan or a student that's really stuck out with you over the years?
Oh, there's so many of those moments, but I would say one that's just incredibly memorable. It was the first time I performed the Firebird at Lincoln Center at the Metropolitan Opera House. You know, I was the first Black woman to perform this role with American Ballet Theatre, and to see a shift like that night in particular, like the audience change. And I remember, you know, the fountain that sits in the center of Lincoln Center, you know, in front of the Metropolitan Opera House, and to see this line that was circled all around the fountain and down the street, and it was like little Black and brown girls and boys. And so I guess it's not just one young person, but just to see, again, like a new generation feel like, oh, this is a space I can be in. And because I have representation and I see someone who looks like me, and it's not necessarily, oh, that they have the desire to be a dancer, but whatever it is they want to do, that they see hope that, you know, they can do something that might not have been set out or created for them to thrive in.
I think it's so important to be able to throw it back, you know?
Yes.
And I think it's something that I feel like when I was younger, I didn't see a lot of. And I think it's really important now.
Yes.
I loved having you on.
Oh my gosh, I love you. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I am. And look, you made me look like a person.
You look
like,
beautiful.
A beautiful person.
You did half of that. You're already a beautiful person, but you did half of that. Do you feel like you learned?
Oh my gosh, so much.
So
a lot of what not to do. Not those old things you learned from mama back in the day, okay?
Well, Misty, thank you for coming on Backseat Beauties, and this was absolutely the best interview. So thank you so much.
You.
All right, bye guys.